The Sigma male, misunderstood, despised, but undeniably captivating. You've heard of alphas and betas, but today we're peeling back the layers on the Sigma male. Why do they spark both hate and fascination? Are they just misunderstood rebels, or is there something more? Pay attention, because understanding the Sigma male paradox isn't just about them. It's about what you can learn to be different and make your own rules. The misconception. Let's tear this misconception apart, layer by layer. First off, the notion that Sigma males are simply introverted alphas is like saying a tiger is just a large house cat. Categorically wrong and misleading. When you say an alpha male, you're talking about someone who thrives in social hierarchies. They're the leaders, the influencers, the decision makers. They revel in being at the top, dominating social or professional arenas. They're energized by these interactions, and their identity is deeply rooted in their social standing. People look up to them, follow them, and listen when they speak. Now, an introverted alpha, by that misguided definition, will be someone with those alpha traits but less inclined to socialize. A leader who prefers solitude. That's not a Sigma male, not even close. Sigma males have an entirely different perspective on life and social structures. They don't care about hierarchies. They're not aiming for the top spot, nor are they interested in subjugating themselves to someone else's rule. When they opt for solitude, it's not because they're socially inept or anxious. It's because they find value in introspection and self-reliance. And let's clear up another point. Their deliberate distance from societal norms is not an indication of antisocial behavior or some psychological issue. It's a calculated decision. They've assessed the game, realized they don't want to play, and have created their own rules. They're like chess grandmasters who choose to play a different game altogether, one that others don't even recognize. Now, why are they vilified? Simple. Our society is conditioned to mistrust what it cannot label. If you're not with us, you're against us. That's the prevailing attitude. A Sigma male doesn't fit, and therefore people slap them with labels. Arrogant, aloof, weird. But those same people can't help but be intrigued by someone who doesn't fit the mold. It's unsettling yet captivating, like a puzzle begging to be solved. And it's this magnetic pull, this allure, that makes the Sigma male such an enigma. How society treats Sigma males. The way society handles Sigma males is a double-edged sword, one that cuts deep into the fabric of what we understand about human interaction and social structures. First, the uncomfortable truth. Society marginalizes Sigma males. They're outliers, existing outside the neat categories that people like to sort each other into. And being an outlier in a system that prizes conformity is a precarious position. They're tagged with labels: aloof, standoffish, enigmatic, and sometimes even dangerous. This is the visceral reaction to a disruption in the social order. When society can't easily categorize someone, it's far simpler to push them aside than to accommodate their uniqueness. Now, let's talk about the consequences of this marginalization. For Sigma males, the most evident outcome is social sidelining. In a world that often functions through networks, being on the outskirts can mean fewer opportunities for career advancement and personal growth. We're not just talking about missing out on Friday night drinks here. We're talking about missed business opportunities, reduced chances for collaboration, and a limited scope for emotional bonding. Society is inherently relational, and the Sigma male's self-imposed isolation, though often fulfilling, can result in practical limitations. However, there's a twist in this narrative. Being on the fringes isn't solely a disadvantage, it's a unique vantage point. While mainstream society is engrossed in a groupthink mentality, Sigma males see the world differently. They're often the architects of paradigm shifts, the originators of breakthrough ideas. Think of it as the outsider advantage. Being untainted by conventional wisdom, they can dissect problems from an angle that most would never consider. So, is the societal treatment of Sigma males fair or unjust? The answer isn't black and white. It's complex, nuanced. On one hand, society is indeed unjust in marginalizing them. On the other, that very marginalization offers them the vantage point to become innovators. It's a paradox where the disadvantage fuels the advantage. The crucial takeaway here is not just for understanding the Sigma male, but also for understanding the latent biases and untapped opportunities in your own life. Stepping away from the crowd might incur some societal penalties, but the gains, authenticity, a fresh perspective, the chance to innovate, can be far more valuable. Why are they so fascinating? Pay attention, because what you can learn from Sigma males is not just a series of qualities, but a blueprint for an extraordinary life. First, let's dive into their self-reliance. The idea of strength in numbers is something deeply ingrained in our psyche. Even alphas, those supposed paragons of self-assuredness, often seek validation from their peers or subordinates. It's like an unspoken symbiosis. The crowd cheers, and the alpha performs. Sigma males, on the other hand, have completely detached themselves from this cycle of validation. Their strength emanates from within. It's not borrowed or loaned. In a world that's becoming increasingly interconnected yet strangely isolating, this skill is invaluable. Whether you find yourself alone by choice, walking away from a toxic situation perhaps, or by circumstances beyond your control, knowing how to be your own pillar of strength is a game changer. It's a form of empowerment that makes you resilient in the face of adversity and independent of external validation. Sigma males are also emotionally intelligent. Sigma males are like human barometers for the emotional climate around them. They can read a room, sense the undercurrents, and understand people's motivations. And they do this with minimal verbal exchange. Their communication is seldom frivolous. It's deliberate and impactful. It's a testament to the idea that words carry weight only when spoken at the right moment for the right reason. In a world that's noisy, where everyone is vying for attention, mastering the skill of impactful silence can set you apart. You can navigate conflicts better, build stronger relationships, and lead with empathy, all while saying less than everyone else. There's another remarkable attribute of Sigma males that's worth paying close attention to: their strategic thinking. Sigma males are not just random rebels or drifters, they're calculated in their approach to life. While many people can see what's immediately in front of them, Sigma males see the larger picture. They anticipate outcomes, weigh pros and cons, and then make their move. It's like playing chess while everyone else is engaged in a simplistic game of checkers. What does this mean for you? The lesson here is that reactive living won't get you very far. Life throws curveballs, and if you're only prepared for the straightforward pitches, you'll strike out more often than not. Being strategic means understanding not only the immediate implications of your choices, but also the long-term consequences. It means setting up your life in a way that maximizes your potential and minimizes your risks, even when those choices are uncomfortable or unpopular. Lastly, we've got their audacity to be different. Conformity is the path of least resistance. It's easy, comfortable, and incredibly dull. Sigma males reject this bland comfort in favor of a more uncertain yet liberating path. They've traded societal approval for the exhilarating freedom to be themselves. While the world says fit in, they choose to stand out, not as a rebellion, but as an act of authenticity. That kind of courage doesn't come easy. It's a conscious choice that invites scrutiny, judgment, and sometimes ridicule. Yet, it's also the pathway to true freedom. Freedom from societal labels, from predefined roles, and from living a life authored by someone else. So, this isn't just about understanding Sigma males. This is about stealing a page from their playbook to elevate your own life. These aren't just admirable qualities, they're actionable lessons. You can't bask in the comfort of mediocrity and expect to lead an extraordinary life. If you want more, you have to be more. Break your own mold, shatter your own ceilings, and rewrite your own rules. To uncover the next best way to level up as a man, dive into the video here.